Here are solutions to homework set number 11 for modern control. This looks at LQG control with servo compensators. So the problem here is given a cart and pendulum system, find a feedback control law that tracks a constant set point, rejects a constant disturbance, and find the gains using LQR techniques. So the cart and pendulum system looks kind of like this. I've got a cart and pendulum system, an inverted pendulum. I apply force to the base and try to get it to go from -1 to +1 and keep it balanced. Have it go to 1 exactly in spite constant set point, in spite of constant disturbances, using a servo compensator, find the feedback gains using LQR. Okay, so here's the approach. Here's the dynamics for the cart and pendulum. I'm going to use a servo compensator to control it and use LQR techniques to meet these specs. So kind of the way you do that is I set up the augmented system. So here's the plant dynamics. Here's the augmented system at the plant with the servo compensator. There's the pull of the servo, the B matrix with respect to U, the C matrix, and the B matrix with respect to R. Specify the desired response. I want to have a 6-second settling time. So specify the poles about there. Now use LQR techniques. These are the states of the plant. This is the servo compensator. And the trick, you play with the weighting on the servo compensator to speed it up. So the red line is my desired response. Less than 10% overshoot, 6-second settling time. Looks reasonable. Can I make the actual plant, the blue line, look like that? So what I do is I crank up the gain. This is the weighting on the servo state. Better. Maybe too much. It's kind of trial and error. Play around with the gains until it looks good. Maybe 100 was better. I can then play with the other gains. This is the servo state. Here's the output Y. If I increase the weighting on Y, that's the derivative of Z. That looks like friction. So that brings down the overshoot. Okay. Once you're happy, there's my design. So here's Q. R is just 1. The feedback gains that I used, come back to MATLAB. Here's the feedback gains with respect to X. There's the servo compensator gain. These gains give me that response for the linear system. The acid test is now let's use that on the nonlinear system. So grabbing the gains that I calculated before, try running it. It works in the nonlinear system. This is what I really care about. Do the feedback gains work on the actual system? And this one says, yep, seems to work pretty well. I have my 6-second settling time, less than 10% overshoot. Tracks a constant set point. This is the optimal feedback control law. I don't like the word optimal because the Q that I used was totally arbitrary. Maybe a bit much overshoot. If I have too much overshoot, what I might do is back off a little bit, add a little bit more friction. Try to cut down the overshoot. Now try it again. Okay, we've got to remember the step is a step of amplitude 2. It goes from -1 to +1. So 10% overshoot would be 0.2. As long as the overshoot is less than 0.2, it's good enough. Settling out, then plot the step response when you're done. Okay, looks all right. So when you're done, these are the feedback gains. There's your KX and KZ. Here's where I put the closed loop poles. Nothing special about these spots other than that gives me this response. One way to design feedback gains using LQR techniques with a servo. Again, kind of the trick is you kind of do the opposite of what you want. I don't care about the servo state, that's just a dummy state, but that's actually the one that speeds it up. If I switch over to the ball and beam system, it kind of looks like this guy. Oops. I need to come up with gains to stabilize it first. Try that again. It didn't work because I used the feedback gains for the cart and pendulum on the ball and beam system. Different system, those gains don't stabilize it. Ball and beam system, I've got a torque on the beam that I can apply. I want to control the ball to go to a certain spot. How do I do that with a servo compensator? So here, kind of same approach. I specify the desired response. Say let's put the dominant pole at minus 0.8 plus minus j0.8 for a 6-second settling time about. Come up with a servo compensator. So here's the plant plus the servo. Now use LQR techniques. If the weighting on the servo state is 1, the blue line is the actual response, the desired response is in red. Kind of slow. So let's speed it up some, increase the weighting on the servo. Maybe. And then kind of play with these gains. Which one of these has the biggest impact on getting rid of that oscillation? So that didn't do much. This is x dot. Ooh, that looks good. Here is theta dot. Not much. Okay, looks like weighting x dot has the biggest bang for the buck. It's not bad. I'm going to play around with the gains until it looks good. I kind of like that response. Okay, so once you have your feedback gains, again, what that means is those are the feedback gains for the augmented system. This is your Kx, the state feedback. Here's the gain times the integrator, the servo state. The acid test is, does it work on the actual beam? So let's try it. Take the feedback gains that I calculated on the linear system, apply it to the nonlinear system. So trying it, that actually looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So there's my feedback control law, where the feedback gains are found using LQR techniques. Again, this is called optimal control. I don't like the word optimal because it's optimal for a totally arbitrary cost function. Nothing special about Q other than it seems to work. It gives me the response that I want. What's nice about LQR is it gives you knobs to play with. And it kind of makes sense what the knobs are. Weighting the gain on the servo state speeds it up. Weighting the other ones help get rid of the overshoot, the oscillations. And then just kind of play with the knobs until you get the desired response. That is homework set number 11 for modern control. LQR techniques with servo compensators.